Good afternoon, friends. In the last lecture on the unit number 3, we have already discussed the content of the bank reconciliation. We have also explained the theory aspect of the bank reconciliation as I can say along with this theoretical topic. I also explained you the practically how it can be useful in the practical accounting. We have seen how this bank reconciliation is really needed and which is used by the multiple entrepreneurs on a daily basis because it is one of the primary aspects for the purpose of the financial planning, for the purpose of the liquidity plan. The next topic which today I want to cover up in my lecture is, I think so, it is again an important one because if you understood the concept in a very much and I can say the proper manner, you can use this concept for the proper accounting also. The concept which today we are going to talk about is the cost center and the cost category. Okay, so no doubt cost center you have already, I think so, you have learned this thing in the your one of the subject of the costing in the SYBCom. So maybe you are having a better knowledge regarding the cost center in the theoretical manner, which is in respect of the cost accounting. But how this cost center and cost category can be used for the purpose of the accounting in the Tally RP9 that we are going to today we are going to see. After the completion of this cost center and cost category, one more concept I would like to cover within this 1 hour lecture, and I think so the content will be you might have I think so cover up we have something in unit number 2. Here I want to extend that concept and the concept will be let me show you the concept what yes, this is the concept which I want to cover up today itself if it is possible within 1 hour lecture. That is unit of measurement. Unit of measurement you have already learned in the unit number 2. So sir, what the new thing we are going to learn in this I think so lecture? The thing is, there is something which is to be called as alternate unit of measurement. So the heading is unit of measurement, but it is already covered up in the unit number 2. And so today in this lecture, if I start this theory, then we are going to see what is and how the alternate unit of measurement is that, how it's going to function. So these are the basic topics which I am going to cover up in today's lecture. Okay, this is the basic background which I have given. I have given clarity that what content we are going to cover up today. Let's start with the theoretical aspect what we have in the material. And I think so today itself I will try to circulate this material to you on your Microsoft Team platform so that you can have a reading and you can go through this material for the purpose of your examination point of also. So let's see what is the cost center, what is the cost category. So major focus will be on the cost center. See, cost center and cost category again, if you properly understood, then it depends upon the accountant that how you can utilize this concept for the purpose of the proper accounting. Again, there is no thumb rule that this will be considered as this only and this will be considered that only. It means there is not no thumb rule. Okay, this should be cost center only and this should be cost category only. It depends upon the nature of transaction in which way you want to trace out the expenses, to trace out the revenue item in your profit and loss account or in your balance sheet. Not balance sheet, but definitely profit and loss account because generally cost center it will be used in terms of the revenue item as well as the non-revenue item. So if I want to say in the other level, I want to trace out what are my expenses and what are my income and what are my profits. So in order to properly trace out, I can take the help of the cost center. So again, I'm just repeating one sentence again that there is no thumb rule. Okay, this will be the cost center and this will be the cost category. It depends upon the accountant that in which manner he want to have the data. In that way, he will create the cost center and cost category for the purpose of the accounting. Let's start with the cost center, what is given in the theoretical material. A cost center, it is nothing but an unit of an organization to which a transaction, generally revenue, can be allocated. When only cost or expenses are allocated to this unit, they are referred to as a cost center. But when the profits are also allocated to these units, they become the profit center. Yeah, right. You can now obtain the profit and loss account for each of the profit center. Okay. Yeah. The transactions are allocated in the cost center. This enables the accounting of all transactions for that particular cost center. You can view the cost center breakup of each transaction as well as the detail of the transaction for each cost center. Some of the example of the cost center, say for example, if I'm talking about an organization whereby they are having a multiple department, So if I want to trace out the cost in respect to the department, say for example, the names of the different department has been given as an example: finance department, manufacturing department, marketing department, and so on. So if I want to trace out the expense of the particular department, I can create a cost center for the same. Okay. The next example, say for example, product of a company. Because company is having a multiple product, and if I, as the owner of the company, I want to have a data that which particular product is, I can say, having a giving me a profit, or which particular product is, I can say, incurred a loss. So for that, I should create the cost center for that. Next example is in respect of the individual such as salesman A, salesman B, or you can give the name of the person that this is a Mr. A, this is Mr. B, this is Mr. C. So what is the costing actually you are trying to look out? Okay, I will give the example when actually I will try to go further understand the cost center. Don't worry. You can classify the cost center, just you can classify the group and ledger account. You can have a primary cost center and the several level of the cost center under with the primary cost center. This two sentence may be going the bouncer right now. Maybe you are not able to understand properly. But don't worry, this two sentence can be understood when actually we see how the cost center and cost category can be utilized. So at that time you can understand this two sentence. Otherwise, right now it may be you feel that like right now it is not understood. Don't worry, you can understand this two sentence afterward also. Consider the following example. You can say the primary cost center. This is like an example has been set up. It is not thumb rule कि ऐसा ही करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It depends upon the nature of the transaction, in which manner you want to show the thing that you can take in that manner. So primary cost center, say for example, finance, manufacturing, and marketing. You can create the primary cost center for them. Under the marketing, you can classify the company sales executive, salesman A, B, and C as a cost center. So this will help you to track a sales executive performance in the terms of the cost and revenue which is generated. तो यहाँ पे जो एग्जांपल दिया है कि एक काम कीजिए, आप पहले कॉस्ट सेंटर बना लीजिए, उसके बाद और आई कैन से यू कैन क्रिएट अ कॉस्ट कैटेगरी फर्स्ट, देन गो फॉर द कॉस्ट सेंटर. So how you can able to trace out your particular expense. अगर मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट को आपने एक कॉस्ट सेंटर बना दिया और कॉस्ट कैटेगरी बना दिया, समझ लीजिए, और उसमें मैं चाहता हूँ कि सेल्समैन ए, बी और सी को मैं कॉस्ट सेंटर बना रहा हूँ, तो मार्केटिंग का जो भी आपका डिपार्टमेंट है उसमें सेल्समैन ए, बी, सी के पीछे जितना भी आपका एक्सपेंसेस जा रहा है उसका पूरा बाइफरकेशन आप देख सकते हैं. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल उसके बाद देने वाला हूँ. जस्ट वेट टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द कॉस्ट सेंटर इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू. The next para says that allocate the expenditure which is incurred on sales by a salesman as well as the sales which is generated by them directly to their cost center. This allocation is done at the time of voucher entry and this prevent the allocation of the error at the end of the period. Okay. By allocating the expense in the sales transaction to a salesman, you are setting up the valuable information system that track the performance of your salesman. Now let me give one easy example. Say for example, you are a owner of a paint manufacturing company. Okay, I think so. Market में paint manufacturers के बहुत सारे I think so famous companies are available. You can have the name of the company. Say for example, if I want to just count some of the I think name of the companies who are involved in the paint manufacturing, the first name comes to in my mind, that is Asian Paints. Second, I can say the Berger. Okay, then I can say the Dulux. So say like that. There are not more than 10 companies are there. So it is hardly 5 to 6 companies which are very famous and they are doing a, I can say, good business in the paint manufacturing. Why I am giving the example of the paint? Because it will be, I can say, you easily remember the example. Say for example, say assume that you are a owner of the Asian Paint manufacturing company. Now, as a owner of that company, definitely you are having a, I can say, larger number of employees. Your company transactions or turnover will be also a large one. There are numerous transactions which are taken place. और आपने देखा होगा कि आज की डेट में अगर मैं आज की डेट का कंपैरिजन करूं बिफोर 40 इयर्स, 40 साल पहले का कोई अगर मैं एग्जांपल लेता हूं कि 40 साल पहले क्या सिचुएशन थी और आज की डेट में क्या सिचुएशन, तो आपको रिजल्ट आपको अभी दिखेगा. से फॉर एग्जांपल आप सोचिए कि 40 साल पहले एशियन पेंट कंपनी थी, हाँ बिल्कुल थी, एग्जिस्टेंस में थी, हाँ थी. क्या वो प्रोडक्ट बेचती थी? हाँ बेचती थी सर. लेकिन एट दैट टाइम इफ यू ऑब्जर्व द एडवर्टाइजमेंट, 40 साल पहले ऑब्वियसली आप नहीं होंगे, लेकिन आपके मम्मी पापा ने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा, या तो आप छोटा सा उसका टाइमिंग गैप कम कर लेते, से फॉर एग्जांपल बिफोर 20 इयर्स, ताकि उस टाइम पे आप हो गए ऑब्वियसली. सो बिफोर 20 इयर्स एडवर्टाइजमेंट कैसे होती थी एशियन पेंट्स कंपनी के, जो पेंट के लिए मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सॉरी पेंट के लिए जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट करते थे उसका एडवर्टाइजमेंट कैसा होता था. और आज की डेट में अगर आप एशियन पेंट्स का कोई पेंट एडवर्टाइजमेंट देखेंगे, देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. you can definitely instantly find out. So the cost which is incurred by them for the purpose of advertising today, it is much, I can say much more and more than what they have paid at the time of before 20 years. ओके, बहुत सही है, क्योंकि 20 साल पहले इतना एडवर्टाइजमेंट पे कोई खर्चा करता नहीं था। आज के डेट में देखिए कि उन्होंने एडवर्टाइजमेंट पे इतना खर्चा किया है कि आप कोई भी शॉप पे चले जाएंगे, आपको एशियन पेंट का पेंट तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा। से फॉर एग्जांपल पार्ले जी प्रोडक्ट, अगर पार्ले जी प्रोडक्ट इतना फेमस है, क्यों? तो वो फेमस हो गया है, इट इज फेमस कि आप छोटे से छोटे किसी भी गांव में चले जाए, whether you are living in the Gujarat, whether you are living in Maharashtra, okay, whether you are living in the Madhya Pradesh, आप कहीं कहीं भी कौन से भी स्टेट में चले जाएंगे, if you find out any small village and if you find out a small shop, so definitely in that shop you can get the, I can say Parle G biscuit, you can get the Maggi, that is noodles, okay, you can get the paint also of Asian paint brand. तो ये क्या है, बिकॉज ऑफ द इफेक्ट ऑफ दैट प्रोडक्ट, आप उसका रीच देखिए, उस प्रोडक्ट का रीच आज तक पूरे छोटे छोटे गांव में भी अगर मिल रहा है, इसका मतलब definitely everyone is having that product, everyone can have access to that product, they can afford it. तो ये मैं क्यों एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, बिकॉज एज अ ओनर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी, डेफिनेटली यू माइट बी इंटरेस्टेड, because in your company there are number of the employees are working and you are paying that a good amount of salary. So every month a good amount of salary has been paid by you, and when every month a good amount of salary has been paid by you, so definitely you want to have a data, okay, whatever the amount of salary I am paying, whether that much amount of reward my company is getting or not. This is one example. Let me give you again, I am trying to give example number two. As an owner, you want to know that is in your company there are maximum numbers of sales executive you have recruited. Why? Because if I want to make my product available to each and every small village of the India, then definitely I have to pay maximum number of sales executive. बिकॉज आपको पता होगा कि तभी आपकी कंपनी के लिए सेल्स जनरेट होता है, अगर सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव काम नहीं करेंगे तो आपकी कंपनी के लिए, आपके प्रोडक्ट के लिए सेल्स जनरेट नहीं होगा। आज के डेट में अगर आप किसी एक छोटे से भी सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव की बात करते हैं, इफ ही इज इन्वॉल्व इन द दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब, सो दे आर गेटिंग अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ सैलरी। से फॉर एग्जांपल सेल्समैन ए इन योर कंपनी, he is getting a good amount of salary of per month, say for example 50,000. So if I calculate the data for annually, so 50,000 multiplied by 12 months, somewhere it comes to 6 lakhs per year. So 6 lakhs per year का जो आपका digit आ रहा है, so as a owner, definitely I want to know, definitely I want to find out. See, I'm paying him 6 lakhs of rupees, okay, per year, per annum. So what is the amount of sales actually generated by that particular salesman? और अगर मैं इक्वेशन ऐसे ही रैंडम इक्वेशन लगाऊं, तो आई कैन से इट मे बी मोर देन, आई कैन से 6 लाख का अगर मैं उसको सैलरी दे रहा हूँ, तो कहीं ना कहीं मैं उसके पास से 1 करोड़ का सेल्स एक्सपेक्टेशन कर रहा हूँ। अगर वो मुझे 1 करोड़ का सेल्स ला के देंगे, देन ओनली आई एम गोइंग टू पे हिम 6 lakhs ऑफ सैलरी। और ये चीजें बाइफरकेशन करना, इसका ट्रैक करना, इसको ट्रैक करके मेंटेन करना, ये सारी चीजें पॉसिबल है, टैली में कर सकते हैं। यू कैन गो विद दिस ऑल दिस थिंग इन द टैली प्राइम, बट फॉर दैट यू आर सपोज टू नो हाउ यू कैन यूटिलाइज द कॉस्ट सेंटर and how you can utilize the cost category. That's why I always say that in the beginning of the lecture, when there is a question of the cost center and cost category, it totally depends upon the knowledge and the I can say necessity by the accountant, which he feels that I will make a particular thing as a cost category and I will make a particular thing as a cost center. It totally depend upon him that in what manner you want the data. Accordingly, you have to set your cost center and your cost category. Okay. Less, I think so. These are the two examples are more than enough to understand the cost center and cost category. Now we can go to see how this cost center can get enabled in your Tally Prime. So you can see on the screen enable cost center का एक heading यहाँ पे आपको दिया है. So the first step is from the gateway of Tally, I will click F11 feature and I will go to the accounting feature. So you can see the screenshot is given. So in the screenshot you can see there is the accounting, I can say the tab. You can get the, I think so, third entry, that is enable the cost center. I have make it yes. Okay, by default अगर यहाँ पे no है तो आपको इसको yes करना है. So after the first point you can say enable the option to maintain the cost center And instead of I can say giving enter for every individual transaction, I will press Control A for the company operation to save the operations. तो मैं सीधा यहाँ से yes करने के बाद Control A प्रेस कर दूंगा ताकि मुझे हर बार हर एक एंट्री के लिए एंटर बटन प्रेस ना करना पड़े. So by default Telegram activate the cost center. तो ये चीज यहाँ पे आपको हाईलाइट की है कि by default अगर मैं बात करूँ जब आप यहाँ पे yes करते थे cost center. So by default, the Teleprime activate the cost center feature for the ledger account. Say for example, sales account, purchase account, expense account, and income group. Okay. Let's see what is given in the second. Now, if I want to create a cost center, then in which way or from where I can create the cost center? So I think so. You can go to the this go to option, that is Alt plus G option. You can see in that there is a master creation. In that accounting master, you can see there is a cost center is given. So select this option from the list. Creating a single cost center. So again the path, go to the gateway of Tally. I can go to the master in the create in the cost center. Second point, press backspace to change the default category if required. अब ये क्या है, वो एक्चुअली कैटेगरी जब हम बनाएंगे या तो कॉस्ट सेंटर जब बनाएंगे तब आपको दिखाऊंगा ये है क्या. अगर आपको उसका देखो, इसका कैटेगरी प्राइमरी कैटेगरी होता है. अगर हम कोई भी कॉस्ट सेंटर क्रिएट करते हैं तो उसका बाय डिफॉल्ट एक कैटेगरी ऑलरेडी टैली फाइल में होता है और जिसको बोलते हैं प्राइमरी कॉस्ट कैटेगरी. अगर आपको वो कॉस्ट कैटेगरी चेंज करना है तो आप उसको बैक स्पेस देके उसको इरेज कर सकते हैं. इरेज इन द सेंस उसको मिटा सकते हैं, उसकी जगह पे आपको जो चाहे मन चाहे कैटेगरी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. थर्ड पॉइंट, एंटर द नेम ऑफ द कॉस्ट सेंटर. Fourth point, select the parent cost center under which the cost center must be grouped. Okay, and fifth point, press enter to save the cost center. एक नोट दिया है, unlike the group, you can allocate the transaction to the primary cost center. However, you should do when you do not have the sub cost center under the primary cost. कोई बात नहीं, अभी इसको समझेगा तो चलेगा. How I can go for the alteration of the cost center? मैं इसको alteration के लिए कैसे जा सकता हूँ? You can alter an existing cost center which is there in the single mode. Alternatively, a multiple cost center can be also altered in the multiple mode if it is required. I will go to the company, that is gateway of Tally. In that I will go to the master. In that I will go to alter and I will go for the cost center. Second, make the changes whatever you require. And third, I will press Ctrl A in order to save it. Okay. How I can go for deletion of a cost center? So cost center can also be deleted in the alteration mode. From the same mode, I have to delete. I will go first of all on the gateway of Tally. In that I will go to the master, in that alter, in that cost center. Point number 2, select the cost center from the list of the cost center. कौन सा cost center delete करना है उसको select कीजिए and the cost center alteration screen appear. At that time, after that you have to press or click Alt plus D, that is the delete option command, and click on the enter to confirm the deletion of the cost center. Okay, so this is the easiest thing. I'm not thinking that I'm not saying this is very difficult to understand because we have already learned that is how can we can go for the creation, alteration, deletion. The same thing is applicable in case of the cost center, cost category also. You can delete a cost center only if it does not have any cost center which is created under it and it does not use in any other transaction. ये तो बहुत ही basic है. Same example, हम यहाँ पे एक example और दे सकता हूँ. Say for example, if I want to delete a ledger, तो मैं उसको कब डिलीट कर सकता हूँ? जब वो लेजर आपने किसी भी ट्रांजेक्शन के लिए यूज नहीं किया होगा तभी मैं उसको डिलीट कर सकता हूँ. अगर वो लेजर के साथ आपने ऑलरेडी कोई जनरल एंट्री पास की है और अगर मैं वो लेजर डिलीट करना चाहता हूँ तो टैली इतना स्टूपिड नहीं है कि एंट्री पास करने के बाद आपको वो लेजर डिलीट करने देगा, वो आपको डिलीट नहीं करने देगा. सेम वे अगर आपने कॉस्ट सेंटर कॉस्ट कैटेगरी क्रिएट किया है तो कॉस्ट सेंटर कॉस्ट कैटेगरी साथ अगर आपने कोई ट्रांजेक्शन एंट्री ऑलरेडी पास आउट कर दी है तो वो आपको डिलीट नहीं करने देता. वो कहता है कि पहले आप एंट्री डिलीट कीजिए फिर आप उसको डिलीट कर सकते हैं दैट पर्टिकुलर कॉस्ट सेंटर कॉस्ट कैटेगरी. आई थिंक सो नीचे एक सिलेक्शन आई थिंक सो स्क्रीनशॉट दिया है कि कैसे होगा. सो कॉस्ट कैटेगरी यहाँ से जा सकते हैं. ये स्क्रीनशॉट देखने से बेटर है कि मैं आपको डायरेक्टली टैली टाइप पे लेके जाऊँ. ओके, सो इफ यू नीड यू कैन गो फॉर एग्जांपल कॉस्ट सेंटर. अगर मैं सिलेक्ट करता हूँ तो वो पूछेगा कि आपका कॉस्ट कैटेगरी कौन सा रखना है, प्राइमरी रखना है और उसमें पूछ रहा है यहाँ पे लिखा ही है देखो प्राइमरी कॉस्ट कैटेगरी एग्जिट बाय डिफॉल्ट फॉर द कंपनी. डू यू वांट टू ऑल्टर द प्राइमरी कॉस्ट कैटेगरी और क्रिएट अ न्यू कॉस्ट कैटेगरी. आपको नया कॉस्ट कैटेगरी क्रिएट करना है तो आप क्रिएट न्यू में जाएंगे. यहाँ पे कुछ एग्जांपल में दिया है सैलरी है, ठीक है. उसके बाद ये कॉल सेंटर. यहाँ पे स्क्रीनशॉट थोड़ा आई थिंक सो इतना आपको रिलेटेड नहीं लगेगा, कोई बात नहीं, स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं देखेंगे तो भी चलेगा. ये यहाँ पे जो दिया है वो हम प्रैक्टिकली समझते हैं तो दैट विल बी अ बेटर फॉर यू. यहाँ पे कुछ एग्जांपल आपको पहले सीधा दे दिया है, ठीक है. तो एग्जांपल पे जाने से पहले मैं चाहूंगा कि हम सीधा टैली प्राइम पे जाते हैं और देखते हैं इसका एक्टिवेशन कैसे होता है. So this is the screen of my Tally Prime. I hope so it is visible to you. अब मुझे यहाँ पे आई थिंक से द कॉस्ट सेंटर को इनेबल करना है। तो मैं वापस आपके मटेरियल पे जाता हूँ ताकि आप लोग उसको थोड़ा सा फॉलो करें तो आपको भी मजा आएगा। ठीक है, तो हमने देखा था कॉस्ट सेंटर को इनेबल कैसे करना है। तो अगर मुझे कॉस्ट सेंटर इनेबल करना है, हमने एक स्क्रीन यहाँ पे देखा था जिसका स्क्रीनशॉट यहाँ पे दिया था,